Hello and welcome again to MJTV. I am your host, Matthew James. We are now in May 2012 and it's been quite a few weeks since I last did one of these little videos, and in that time I must admit I've been experiencing quite a lot of the adverse effects of what 2012 is all about. Let's just say that the 2012 effect is very much in full force at the moment, and I know from my own experiences, from experiences of close friends who I call the old timers, the ones of us who have been around in this field since say the 80s and the 90s, who are very much self-taught, who are very much of the old school. We seem to be getting a lot of stick and a lot of negative from what I've been calling the 5-minute wonders. The ones who sadly have gone on courses, the ones who sadly have not had sufficient training in this field, who are then going out and they are becoming teachers, they're becoming professional psychic mediums, and they are basically giving all of us a really bad name. But instead of letting the old timers us lot be, they are trying to, I don't know, I just get a feeling that they're trying to run us out of town, they're trying to discredit us, they are trying to basically have all the industry for themselves. This is what this video is really all about, because it's not right. It's not right. There's enough of the general public out there. There's enough trade for all of us. And it's really, really sad that things have come to this, where there is this, it's out and out war on some of these parts. I know I've been in this for a long, long time, and I know I was speaking to a good friend of mine last night. I actually was doing this lady a phone reading, because she has been subjected to some awful things as well. And I know we both agreed that neither of us have ever experienced anything like this before, not of this magnitude anyway. You've got people who, and quote unquote, because I don't work with the angels, because I don't like broadcast that I work with angels, because I don't work with angels, therefore I must work on the dark side. What a load of absolute crap. I work with spirit. I connect with actual family members, and I get the actual family members giving me the information firsthand. Why do I need a whimsical archetype to tell me who I've got? I mean, it's this kind of bull that has been generated. I found out recently that there's an area in New South Wales that people are questioning, asking questions. Does he work with the angels? Does he work with the angels? I've been told that he doesn't work with the angels. Therefore, he must be on the dark side. What a load of crap. What a load of absolute crap. I don't need the fluffy wing archetypal figures, like I say, coming to me, giving me the information, when I can have somebody's grandfather in front of me, I can have somebody's mother, I can have somebody's brother, and they're giving me the exact information. I mean, why should I change my tune? Why should I be anything different than I am? I'm a physical medium. I'm a clairsentient, I'm a clairaudient, and clairgustians. I have declared, when somebody comes to me for reading, my clients will tell everybody, I get the sense of taste, I get the smells, I can tell people what the relations were eating, what the favourite foods were, what the medical conditions were, even down to which knee was aching, or which part of the back was hurting, or the hearing aid wasn't working properly because I could hear it. I don't need the angels to tell me that information. I really, 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 really don't. It doesn't mean I'm working on the dark side. I'm working with spirit. That's the whole definition of medium. A medium is a mediator between two worlds. It's a mediator between this world and the spirit world. You don't need an intermediary to do that. You don't need these angelic beings to make that communication. For starters, I mean, anybody of the old school, the old timers, will tell you the angels will not do that. They are not at all interested in that sort of thing. They will not make those connections. The angels really are not what people can think that they are. And I don't care that I'm saying that, because it's true. My experiences of the angelic beings is completely different to what these angelics are preaching to people. So yeah, you can get an idea of my anger here, my compassion for doing what I do. I have a lot of returning clients. I have a lot of word of mouth clients who will basically contest this bullshit that's going out there. I know that it's not just happening to me. I'm talking from a personal level with this. I'm talking from my own personal experience, having found this sort of information out. And it makes me want to question what these psychic mediums are putting out as their connections. Because remember, when I get mediumship, I tell my client who I've got. I tell my client, I give names, I give conditions. I tell them I don't generally have to ask. I might say, oh, I've got your grandfather here, it will be on your mother's side, and then they will confirm that. I've made that connection there. That's a clairvoyant connection. That's not mediumship. The mediumship is then when I hit back with, well, he's telling me this, and he's telling me this. He's telling me he was a sailor, or he's telling me he crashed his car, or whatever the information was. That's when the mediumship connection comes in. So I'm really, really interested to know what these 5-minute psychic mediums have got that I haven't. I mean, what their insight is into what mediumship is. It's not this whimsical guesswork that I have actually heard on stage. I've seen a couple of these so-called psychic mediums work, and I've got to say their information is terrible. They spend about 15 minutes trying to get their first link, whereas me and other mediums that I actually work with, we're in there straight away. We know where we're going, we know who the person is, we know who the person is we want to talk to, we know what we want to talk about, we know what the life issue is. That's the difference. The so-called psychic mediums who are the 5 minutes have to guess, they have to generalize, they give very, very, very general information that anybody in the audience can take, and I've got to say that is not mediumship. It's not even clairvoyance. 90% of it is pure guesswork. The word charlatan comes to mind here when I actually think about these guys, and I feel a little bit bad in some ways making this video, but I know I wanted to make this a bit of an explosive video because I'm a little bit sick and tired of sitting back and watching all these things occur and not do anything. And I know our industry, the mediumship industry, is being hit really hard by these charlatans because we're all being tarred with the same frigging brush. The likes of me, and I could name a multitude of other names, but I'm not going to do, but the genuine mediums in the industry, we're being tarred. It's by association. You've got one of these charlatans who is in front of an audience, and the audience is going away dissatisfied. And when your flyer or you're advertising another town, they'll go, oh, not another one of those. That last one was absolutely crap. I'm experiencing that as well. I've been putting some flyers up in towns where I've been doing some live shows, and people, the response in the shops is, oh, not another one of those. And this is the problem with these 5-minute wonders. They're causing untold damage, let alone what they're actually preaching to other people. And some of the things that's coming back is absolutely horrendous. You don't tell people that, well, I'm not going to go into the details, but some of the things that are being said is definitely not mediumship, because I know from the connections that I've had for the last 25 years, and it's 25 years of connections. That's thousands of people that I've done readings for. That's thousands of people that I've connected to in the spirit world. And the impressions I actually get from those connections paint a completely different picture to what these psychic mediums are putting out. They haven't a clue. They're only just starting. They're taking the first steps. They're only just starting. They're not ready for professional reading. They're not ready for standing in front of audiences. They're certainly not ready to teach. God, I hate to think what they're churning out. In fact, I know what they're churning out. Another one of these psychic mediums who calls himself a teacher, one of their prodigies. I sadly heard some news that the readings that are being put out are not of an acceptable quality. And sadly, it's a by association. They will be thinking the likes of me and others are just on the same par as these 5-minuters and these prodigies. And it's really upsetting that the industry has taken such a hit at this time. And it all just seems to be this 2012 effect, that there's a force out there who is trying to bring the light workers down, trying to bring the light back down to the vibration of the general energy. It's a sad thing at this time, and I'm actually quite upset that I've actually had to make this video, because it's very rare that I speak out. The people that know me, that when I do speak out, it's because it's something that I feel absolute compassion about. And I'm very passionate about the work that I do. I've always been passionate about the work that I do. I've done it for so long, and it's like any other industry. If somebody is giving your industry or giving your work or giving your situation a bad name, you're going to say something about it. It's the same with the genuine doctors out there, who will be absolutely outraged by what some of the other doctors are doing, the bad name that they're going to do. That's just an example. It's no different here. I feel absolutely appalled. I feel disgusted that I've been subjected to this, and I feel I want to apologise to anybody in the general public who has experienced one of these 5-minute psychic mediums. We're not all like that. You want to actually question the shop fronts that a lot of these psychic mediums have put up. Have they really been doing it for 30 odd 40 years? Have they really done the teachings they do? Are they really as good as their advertising makes out? Because a lot of it, sadly, is sales pitch. A lot of it is invitation to trade, where the shop front paints this fantastic picture, and very sadly, it's not. I mean, I advertise myself as a medium, and that is exactly what I am. I communicate. I don't have to tell people who's there. I communicate. So I've learned that from experience, from years and years of experience. And anybody old school will tell you the same thing. It doesn't come easily. It doesn't come after 5 minutes. It isn't something that is. You might well be a possessor of this ability, but that doesn't make it easy. It doesn't mean that you're going to start tomorrow and suddenly go out there and you're going to give all these wonderful readings. You have to have life experience. You have to have the spirit world trusting you. You have to have it that you are worthy of that responsibility. And I have to say that these 5-minute psychic mediums do not have that trust in the spirit world. They are not working with spirit. They are working, sadly, in a realm of illusion. They are deluding themselves, and the sad thing is they are deluding general public as well. Now, I'm going to get off my soapbox because I've actually run out of time, and I know that was fireworks in that video, but I just feel at this time it was really necessary. So thank you for your time. Thank you for watching MJTV. I am your host, Matthew James, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye for now.